All right, let's see this full 15 negate Gladiator Beast combo.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute since we played Glads.
What'd you play today?
I played TEARLAMEMT.
TEARLAMEMT. So it's not dead without kit?
No, absolutely not.
Well, I guess you're going to show us why.
Start off, we play the cash package of 3 Fender, 3 cash TEARLAMEMT. I wanted to max out in the level 7s. You'll see when we get to the extra deck. Plus, I want to see as many tier caches as possible, as early as possible, because it's by far the best card in the deck at the moment. We played the 3 Rhino Hearts.
Ooh, foreign.
Italian Altis. Go big or go home. The 3 Fuse names. You have to play all 3. Havness was glued to my hand today. I can't tell you how many times going second that Havness ended in like a mill 8 or mill 5, search 3, busted all day. We play the King of the Swamp build. I was back and forth on the Fiendsmith package. Like the Fiendsmith package was real cool, but I just felt like my inboards with this was just better. We played the one of Shuffler.
One?
For like graveyard decks, or like the Tempai deck, because Tempai has a hard time breaking boards through a Shuffler. This is the Beatrice send, otherwise it doesn't do much. We played the Mally package, because Beatrice is a thing.
Mally is the best card, man.
We play a Danger package of 3 Nessie, 1 Jackalope, 1 Mothman. I know a lot of people play 3 Nessie Mothman, 2 Nessie Mothman, or 1 and 1. Again, I want to max out my level 7s and ways to get to level 7s. Plus, the deck's not as consistent as usual, so being able to put a body on board and drawing a card comes up a lot. We play a Shadal package. Free draws, free deck thinning, free mills, plus Windows a card. 3 Planet Perorino and a Terraforming. I like to see Perorino. I like to, especially in draw format. A lot of times I'll lead with this because if I have a normal summon of Rhino Heart, I can still play through the draw and still make a board. Plus, the popping comes up a lot. 3 Scream. I know a lot of people are cutting it down to 2. If everyone in Appaloosa, I like taking the negate off of Appaloosa. I like chain blocking the Rhino Heart send. The one with Poly for the King of the Swamp. I don't play any going second cards in the main deck. I just prefer the gas through boards. And Poly's one of the cards that really helps with Guardian Chimera to break through boards and fix hands. The one Metanors, I still feel like Book of Moon's good. Sprite's making a comeback, so setting their normal summon helps a lot if they don't have extenders. Fusing on the opponent's turns great. It helps in the Tempai match, along with the 3 Soliac and the 1 Trevor Karma.
You don't mean the crime or anything?
No. You can go to the extra deck. We played the 1 Barricade board blocker. I put this in because I had a habit of opening the Malicious or the Trevor Karma, or there's times where I have, say if I open Jackalope and I want to get the level 7 extender on the board for what's coming up next, so he comes in handy a lot. The 1 Sprint.
Rip Elf.
The 1 Cherubini to go along with the Draco Sack. Again, this is why we play the level 7s.
Oh, to make tokens and make the... Okay, I get it.
So going into this, the guarantee, like a Rakalos or the Graph Infusion is good. And there's a lot of times where it comes up where my zones can get clogged if I have an awkward hand. So being able to, make 2 tokens, pop a card, then go into Barricade, comes up a lot. The 1 Time Thief, I was playing the Totally Awesome package, but there were, the Bahamut Shark. There's a lot of times where I have to search Sharon to get like a malicious out of my hand to fix an awkward hand. And then with the Sharon on board, if I don't have the poly, it's hard to diffuse away. So the Time Fleet gives me the guaranteed extra fusion for the turn. I went up Beatrice because it's Beatrice. The fusion lineup, we have the Mud Dragon, the Winda, Destiny Hero Dangerous, the Garua, Drago, the Kalos, Lighterheart, Grapha, and the Guardian Chimera. This felt correct. The Winda is good for, if you play with such a hand trap heavy format. If you get hand trapped to death, I can usually still get the Beatrice between the Gruer and the Dangerous. So, like earlier, I got hand trapped 3 times and still ended on Ricalos, Beatrice, and then when they started to break through the board, and made Winda to survive another turn.
Winda's such a hell of a card.
Yeah, no, Winda put in some work today. And in the side deck, we have the 3-draw Lockbird. With Fiend Smith being in the format, every deck is searching, multiple times each turn. If they leave with Engine, it shuts off the Fiend Smith. If they leave Fiend Smith, a lot of time it shuts off Engine.
And I guess the next best thing besides Shifter is Droll.
Yeah. The one Called by the Grave for Shifter decks and decks that side and Droll against me, because honestly, a lot of times I can still OTK through Shifter if my hand's good enough. And I can clear the board. A lot of times I've had trouble where I search off a planet and then my mills are like Soliac and Scream, and it's hard just to play through the Droll, so it's good for that.
Did you call by a Shifter today?
I never saw Call by.
Oh.
I sided in every round and never saw it. It's okay though. One Harpy's Feather Duster for back row removal. There are some floodgates still in the format.
Those Runic Stun players?
Runic Stun. Yeah, that was my... I had a draw last week to Runic Stun, and I still ended up winning out the event, but... Yeah, Runic Stun's a pain, but I don't know how I feel about this, because them just sunning Hugin to protect anyways.
It's so busted.
Kind of sucks, but this forces like other back row out. It is what it is. More back row removal. That's good going first or second. I like this going first against Tempai.
You don't play the Heartbeat or the Galaxy Cyclone?
No, I thought about doing the Cyclone, but I feel like the removal is so much better, and this being reactive. Again, if I set this going first and somebody activates the Sengen Summoning, there's been a game. There was a locals I won 2 weeks ago where I Soliac targeted a Pydra, chain Cosmic on the summoning, banished the summoning, and Soliac negated Pydra.
Sounds like that's going to end the turn.
Yeah, it's pretty good. 3 Dark Ruler, no more. I don't play hand traps and I don't main any board breakers, so I just felt like this was the most optimal way of getting through a board. I was thinking of droplets just to get dead cards out of the hand, but like I said, that's why I put the Barricade board blocker in. So if I do have dead cards, that outs them, like the Trivia Karma, the Malicious, and this way I can try to keep as much hand advantage as possible. Like with the deck not being as consistent as it used to be, a lot of the times I'm having to play more cards from my hand per turn than I would like to, so it makes recursion difficult. Which again, that's where the blocker comes in, is Ambac and Planet. Another MVP of the day, 3 of Evenly Match. Card is goated. I won the last game of the final round. I opened double Dark Ruler, double Evenly Match, and a Scream going second against Labyrinth. And
wow.
I top decked Planet as my 6th card, so this left him on 1 card on the deck, and then the Planet to Rhino, and Scream, Mill, and Select. And I went off from there. Like I said, Evenly's just goated, especially with all the Omni Gates out. And then the one of Crime.
Oh, you saw the Crime.
Okay. Yeah. On mill, it comes up. Sometimes I even have this going second to try the mill if I have to play in my opponent's turn where I'm Tearlamement's Casterian, I'm banishing one from the hand, and I'm attempting to mill. and then milling this gets whatever advantage back. That way I can still play in their turn and keep card advantage. Good against Tempai, negating Chandra in battle phase, in damage step, shuffling the Chandra back so to lose the body, sending the name, and then fusion summoning and damage step to make Rakalos came up today, to where they couldn't chain Kaiman before I got Rakalos out because everything was in damage step, and then when Rakalos hit and the Kaiman, I was able to negate the Kaiman. So my hand was terrible. My end board was Crime and the Imprim Rhinoheart, and that was the entire board. And it won me against Tempai because Crime negated the Chandra and then summoned Rakalos before the Kaiman carried me.
What would you say is the hardest matchup for you?
That's a tough one. I'd say arguably Tempai. Even going second against Tempai again with the inconsistencies of the deck and then playing so many hand traps. If they're going first and they're on the droplets, the droplets negate hurts, the seals bounce hurts, and then be able to, if I have to force battle phase to go into seals, then outing my board in my battle phase kind of sucks. And then there's always that OTK factor that if they hand trap you and they have a board breaker, it's hard to stop them once they get going.
Yeah. Are you taking this to Indy?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you think this is the best deck this format?
I wouldn't say it's the best deck this
Or best
format.
anti-meta pick?
I'd say it's up there. One of the better rogue decks. It's probably one of my best piloted decks.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we see more from you. Appreciate the profile.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me here.